According to Academic Digest class, a solid weighs 11 Newton when suspended in air and 9 Newton when suspended in water. Calculate the volume of the solid. Its density. Okay, this chapter 11. So to solve this question in air, let me use weight in air equals to 11 Newton. Then weight in water equals to 9 Newton. So you need to remember that up thrust is equals to loss of water, or you say equals to amount of water displaced, or you can say loss of water or loss yes, loss of water is equals to, that is, this is equals to density PGV, density, gravity and volume. So that means 11 minus 9 is equals to, density of water is 1000, gravity is 10, volume I don't know, this is 10,000 V equals to 2. Whatever says when V volume is equals to 2 times 10 raised to power minus 4 meter, yes, meter cube. So we should do 2 divided by, yes, I'm correct. So this is it. So they say we should find its density. Whenever you want to find density, you first need to know that density is equals to mass over volume. And anytime you want to find the density of a solid or of a substance, you use the mass in air. The one that is in water is actually small. Water is small. So we'll just come here and see 11 Newton is the same thing as saying mg is equals to 11 Newton. That is the force, mass times. So divide both sides by g, which is, this will cancel out. So m is equals to 11 over 10. So 11 divided by 10, m is equals to 1.1 kg. So that is the mass. So the density will simply be equals to 1.1 all over 2 times 10 raised to power minus 4. So 1.1 divided by 0.0002. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 4.05. So you get that the density, okay, this is actually 1500 kilogram per meter cube. So there you have it. There you have it. Let's move to the next one. The next one says a piece of metal weighs 100 gram and 60 gram in water. What will it weigh in alcohol of relative density 0.8? So piece of metal weighs, so let me write it out. Piece of metal weighs metal in air. Okay, mass in air. Mass in air. 100 gram. Then in water. Mass in water is to 16 gram. What will it weigh in alcohol or related this? So first of all, since it's water, first of all, you notice where it is weighing this thing in water. And water is very important. You always pay attention to it because it determines a lot. So I'll just say ME minus MW equals to loss of water. It's the amount of water displaced. 200 minus 60 equals to loss of water. So 40 equals to loss 40 gram equals to loss of water. So like this place, I could have just said loss of water equals to PGV, but it depends on what they're asking me to find. And they're asking me to find relative density of alcohol. So I need to connect it. So I now see, first of all, relative density is equals to, if relative density is equals to loss of, in this case, relative density of alcohol is going to be loss of alcohol all over loss of water. Mhm. So, and they give me relative density of alcohol to be 0.8. So I just do 0.8 because loss of alcohol, I don't know it. But I know the loss of water is 40. 40. So loss of alcohol will simply be equals to 40 times 0.8. 40 times 0.8 equals to 32 gram. 32 gram. So if I want to now find what will it weigh in alcohol of relative density, it will simply be me doing. Now remember that total, that is weight in air, that object weight in air is equals to 100, is equals to 100, and alcohol itself is loss in weight. Loss in weight of alcohol and alcohol is equals to 32. So that means that inside this alcohol that I have, if I carry this thing and put here, reason is that this is alcohol that has 0.8 relative density. If I carry this thing and put here, this 100 will have to lose weight. Once anything solid enters liquid, the weight tends to be lighter. So I will now have 100 minus 32. So that is the M of that, yes, the weight of that metal in alcohol. So it's something as saying weights in alcohol will equals to, it will equals to, let me do 100 minus 32 equals to 68 gram. So you need to see it this way. It's more like they gave you an alcohol that has 0.8. So they are saying that inside this alcohol that is remaining, that you get here that is remaining, if you put the weight of this thing, if you put the weight of this metal inside this thing, what will remain is this. So this one is of alcohol. And that's the final answer. So let's go to the next question. Next one. Next one says a cube of wood 5 centimeter has a mass of 75 gram. What fraction of its volume will be submerged when it flows in water? That is I in alcohol of relative density 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. So let's try to look at this. First of all, they gave me side 5 cm. That thing is like L, and we know that volume is equals to L times 3. So that means volume will be equals to 5 times 5 times 5. It's better this way because it's raised to power 3. So 5 sorry, 5 raised to power 3 should be 125. So V is equals to 125 centimeter cube. Now, whenever you hear submerged, it's talking about relative density.